Hello, Raw Food Rehabbers. It's Thursday, March the 11th, and I'm bringing you another episode of Deep Thoughts Thursday. I don't do this every Thursday because, if we get too much deep thoughts going, I find that I lose people because, you need some time to digest the deep thoughts, right? So here we go. We're going to do another episode, and today, as I have done in the past, I've brought along my friend, Brian Johnson, who has the awesome website, Philosopher's Notes, which I have been part of the challenge that he's been doing. So I've been getting just filled with all this awesome information. And so today, the book that he's reviewing, he did this some time ago, but it's a book called Do You, not a question mark, but an exclamation point, Do You, by Russell Simmons, who is basically considered, I think, to be like the father of hip-hop, which is nothing that I would necessarily just gravitate towards, but I'm blown away by what I've seen of this book. I highly encourage you to watch the segment of Brian's YouTube video. Brian always gives what he considers to be the big ideas out of the book, the highlights, the bullet points, and he gives you several of those. And then I wanted to share some things that I got out of the book that I thought were super empowering, simple truths that we need to revisit from time to time. So we start off with Russell Simmons says, in my experience, there's only one thing that will always steer you towards success, and that's to have a vision and to stick with it. Once I have a vision for a new venture, I'm going to ride that vision until the wheels fall off. I loved that. So he asks, what's your vision? Do you know what your vision is? Focus on your vision and keep going until you hit the finish line. Don't be one of those people who believe in their vision at first, but then easily give up. See it through no matter how long it takes. Understand that obstacles are just part of the game. Whatever you imagine, you can achieve. Once you realize this truth, nobody's going to be able to stop you. He calls it the Breakfast of Champions. And this is actually Brian Johnson talking, and I loved this. I highlighted it. My strong recommendation, if you're not already doing this, is to start your day thinking about all those things that you are grateful for. At the end of your day, do the same thing and sneak in as many other instances as you can throughout the day. Especially give thanks for the annoying things and people who are teaching or challenging you to embody your highest self, even when you don't feel like it. Word. Relate, right? We can all relate to that. What else did I highlight? Speaking of obstacles, which we all have encountered probably this week. Have you encountered an obstacle in your path this week? Whatever obstacles appear in your path, put your head down and get past them. Those obstacles aren't real. They're just God's way of testing you. He's asking you, do you want to make it or not? I just had that put a big smile on my face. And then he quotes from E.E. Cummings, it takes courage to grow up and to turn out to be who you are really created to be. And then lastly, always do you. So that's the essence of the book. It's the title of the book. What does that mean, doing you? He says, when I talk about doing you, I'm really just asking you to listen to that voice of God that is inside of you. Listen to it again. What is that voice telling you? Are you taking the time every day to get quiet and to tune in to the voice that's guiding you to be your highest, truest self? Whether it's turning off the radio while you're in traffic, or quietly breathing, or going on hikes, or sitting in prayerful meditation. Make sure you're finding the time each day to chat with God. And of course, just get out there and do you. I loved it. I have goosebumps. I think that is so many distractions in our lives. Constantly clamoring for our attention. When we get our focus off of our goal, when we get our focus off of our vision, and we start to just spin our wheels and go in so many different directions, and we get so caught up in the details, and the challenges and the obstacles of life, we get tweaked out, spun out, and we lose our way. So getting that present moment, quiet, still moment, where you just hone back in on that person that you know is inside of you, who you were created to be. Find your way again. Love it. Do You by Russell Simmons. Thank you, Brian Johnson, for inspiring me over the last couple of months. It's been awesome. And I'm having a great time. At philosophersnotes.com, I have no affiliation. We get no money from them. I just dig what he's doing. So how about we draw another winner for Ronnie and Min Going Raw DVD. This has been really fun this week. Okay, I'm just going to pick one right now. Okay, we've got one. We've got a winner. Jessica Lloyd from Texas. You are today's winner of Ronnie and Min's Going Raw DVD. If you haven't won yet, don't worry, because we're giving away 2 more DVDs tomorrow on Foodie Friday and Saturday. Going to do a special Saturday video. Also going to be giving away Ronnie and Min's 2 very cool kitchen tools, the Coconut Noodler and the Kai Bao. I mean, I just want a tool called the Kai Bao. I mean, doesn't that sound like, I mean, you know, who needs a gun to protect themselves? If somebody breaks in my house, I'm pulling out the Kai Bao. I love it. So anyway, Jessica Lloyd, congratulations. You need to message me your address. So I'm going to forward that on to Ronnie and Min so they can get your DVD out to you. Probably they'll mail all these the first part of next week. So you guys stay tuned. Tomorrow we're celebrating an early St. Patrick's Day. Going to give you ideas on how to keep it green next week. Love ya. See you then.